Today on CarTraction, you join me at the National Cycling Centre for a bit of a different video. Now, usually on CarTraction I cover anything classic and vintage car related, but in the last year or so I've ventured into the vintage cycling world. I bought two vintage CWS bicycles, and today, while Dad is at the Convermere breakfast car meeting, so he's nicked all the cameras, I'm filming on my phone today, so it's going to be a little bit different, a little bit unprofessional, but we'll see how this goes. But today I'm at the National Cycling Centre for the Bike Creche Jumble. I keep using car phrases. This is the Cycle Jumble, so all sorts of vintage bike parts. There's a bit of everything from sorts of later lightweights and the sorts of vintage roadsters. I'm actually not technically here for buying today, although we'll see if I do buy anything today. I'm actually helping out a friend of ours organise a stall and have a look at what he has, but we'll see what we can find today. Hopefully there'll be a few more of the vintage sort of pre-war era bicycles that we can find today. And yeah, really looking forward to seeing what we can find here at Bike Creche at the National Cycling Centre. And I'm starting off today's slightly more unprofessional video with this absolute beauty. This is an 1890 bicycle, this particular one, Birmingham made. It's a Star. And this is just absolutely fantastic. Super interesting frame construction, as you can see. Although this is still a very heavy bicycle, it's quite lightweight. You can see these strips of metal. There's actually two of them. Usually they'd just be a solid tube, but they're actually separated and very, very thin, very lightweight. I think the handlebars in this particular bicycle are absolutely lovely. It does not get more original than this, does it? I appreciate my filming may not be the best today because I'm not used to filming with my mobile phone. But this is a super original looking bike. The front wheel is actually quite a bit bigger than the rear wheel. And the frame is fascinating. There's still plenty of stalls setting up this morning. Such a fascinating bike. There's a lot of sort of racers like that particular bicycle here, but I'm into these sort of much earlier. 1890, this particular bicycle, proper veteran, and very, very valuable and very untouched. It's probably been in a barn for 100 years or so, this thing. It's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Just look, just the single brake, very simple mechanism, just pushing down right onto the tyre there. What a fantastic looking old bike that is. Really love that. Somewhat out of my price range. I probably won't buy anything today, but let's see what else we can find. That's the slightly more vintage era. It's still quite quiet today. There'll be plenty more arriving. There's a couple of beautiful lightweight bicycles there with the drop handlebars. We're coming over here because this is the stall I'm helping out with just the three bicycles here. This is a rally ladies bicycle, BSA ladies bicycle, and perhaps the pick of the bunch is this fantastic Sunbeam Road Racer from 1933. All these for sale. This is something that is kind of similar to my 1927 CWS Path Racer, so I'm helping out. Well, I say helping out, probably just sitting here for all of the day and filming, but I'm technically helping out with these beautiful vintage bicycles. Some of the oldest bicycles here yet, but there'll be plenty more arriving soon. Seems to be a lot of sort of the more racing type of bicycle here, not quite as many sorts of nice original roadsters, but we can see what we will find. What a lovely pair. These are the Sun. There's the red bicycle. Look at those. Beautiful, beautiful old bikes. This is a Royal Enfield Bullet, the closer one here. I don't know too much about bicycles this era. I'm usually into older stuff. Those do look lovely, don't they? I think there's something like over 100 stalls spaced out here at the National Cycling Centre for the Bike Creche Cycle Jumble here today. There's still quite a few vacant ones, so plenty more to come. As you can see, this is where perhaps future Olympians will be training. Maybe they'll be cycling around later today on the bikes that represent the pinnacle of modern engineering, but we're looking for something quite a bit heavier and quite a bit slower today. I'm into my sort of pre-war era bicycles and also my pre-war era bicycle accessories. Look at that beautiful Miller lamp. There's plenty of bicycle parts and tools to be had here today as well. This is my kind of stall with the proper old tools. Some nice old original cycle chain with the original advertising box there. That's quite nice. The old cycle chains in their original boxes. Plenty of saddles here. That's quite a nice one actually for £20. It's still about an hour until the public are allowed into here. It's only the sellers here at the moment, so it's all the deals happening now before the public get their hands on them. It's quite an interesting bike. It looks to be a relatively old frame, and old handlebars but perhaps built with more modern parts there. You can see no brakes, either a pedal back brake or no brakes at all. A proper racer, just built for speed. White tyres look pretty jazzy as well. My 27 CWS Racer has white tyres, which look quite cool. Lots of racers here with this sort of drop handlebars designed to lower the rider's position to be more aerodynamic, make them lean forwards. Looks like there are a few of the older era bikes over here. Small wheel and huge basket on this one here. Dedicated delivery bicycle. Small wheel to make room for the sort of basket structure, the basket holding structure. Old ladies roadster here. That looks like quite early, perhaps pre-war. Certainly that era with the rod brakes.
1942.
1942.
Air Raid Patrol Wardens bike.
So this is an original RAF
That one
or
is, no,
Army
Air Raid Patrol. From,
Air Raid Patrol.
Yeah, Castle Douglas in Scotland.
Wow.
The original owner. 1942. Untouched.
Bought off the original owner. Yeah, totally original, isn't it?
Totally.
Yeah, that's wonderful. With all the lightweight racing stuff, I'm more about the old sort of roadsters myself.
Vindec. This is a trades bike. If you look at size of tyres.
Yes. So what brand is this one here?
This is a Vindec.
Vindec.
Vindec. Yeah.
Right.
Probably 1945, 46.
It's quite early. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been restored. I've restored that myself. But, yeah.
I thought it might be a CWS being a sort of.
No. It is Vindec. You could buy.
Oh yeah, that's a nice little head badge. Yeah, I've got two CWSs at home, 1927 and 1952. They are.
But a lovely thing to ride, that fixed.
Yes, they're steel frames, so nice to ride, aren't they? Yeah, they're beautiful old things. Yeah. There's certainly some history with this one here.
Yeah, bit of history with that.
It may look busy now, but I think it's going to get a lot more busy when the public gets in. So I thought I'd do a few little clips of having a look around before it just gets too busy. It's only the dealers here at the moment. Plenty of bike parts in here, some lovely old lamps as well. Beautiful accessories really to sort of accessorise your 50s, 30s to 50s old roadster bicycle. Some really lovely lamps on this particular stall. This particular Sun, the Manx TT, the price £4,000, but what an exquisite bicycle. It is absolutely beautiful. The details, it's been repainted, but the details on it are just stunning. There's some really nice classic lightweights on this particular stall. Yeah, that rally is lovely as well, but my favourite by far, that Sun, all the details on it, absolutely wonderful. I'm here doing a fantastic job of managing the stall I'm helping out with today. Fortunately, no inquiries on any of the bicycles here. I suppose there's not that much of a demand for these much heavier, and especially ladies' bicycles don't seem to be that popular. The main attraction seems to be the racing bikes like the ones out at the moment. There's a lot of them out there. The 1933 Sunbeam is a fantastic thing, but maybe a little bit too old. I don't know. It's about half an hour until the doors open and the crowd floods in, so we might get some inquiries then, we will see. I think certainly here today there's much more demand for these slightly later, more lightweight racing bikes. Well, it's certainly looking a lot busier here now. The public have come in, and I've actually bought something. It's not very large, but I have purchased this original Brooks saddle. Hopefully the camera will focus. This is for my 1952 CWS. Handily, we have the old roadsters here so we can see how it does seem to fit in relatively well. The one on my 1952 CWS is a little bit ragged, a little bit cracked, so for £8 I think I'll just put that one on instead of Brooks. The other one before is a Wright's featherbed. This is a little bit firmer, but I'm still quite happy with that, so £8 well spent on just improving a little bit the old 52 CWS. Well everyone, it's happened. I've bought a bicycle. £70 later, This is my unknown, really, green racer here, with many pre-war parts that may be a pre-war era bicycle. Bought this out 2 minutes ago for £70. It's got some beautiful details. It's single speed fixed. The brakes on it are absolutely exquisite. Absolutely gorgeous bicycle. I think this is really happy with that. Fits me well. I'll have to lower the seat a little bit maybe. It's had quite a sort of quick paint job. It's got nice original mud guards. I'll get a nice lamp on there as well. That will look cool. It's got the original clips there. It's just a beautiful, beautiful bike. I think £70 is a fair deal for that as well. I'm really looking forward to getting this one back and having a go on it later. Very happy with this beauty. Thankfully there are a lot of bike experts around me, and they say that these style of hubs here are quite early, having the 4 holes in them, perhaps a sort of 1940s feature. Having the light bracket there means I'll be able to get a nice lamp on it. Apparently the brakes are also worth quite a bit. Apparently the wheels are worth sort of like 60, 70 each just on their own, I'm told, so that's not a bad deal, but I won't be splitting this up. Certainly sort of 40s, 50s era lightweight. But this is just going to be my user, this one, as it's got plastic mud guards. I can just take it out whatever weather. It's got the racing style Brooks saddle with the holes in it. I think for £70 I'm pretty happy with that one. Single speed fixed. Yeah, very, very happy with this particular lightweight. Well everyone, I think that pretty much concludes my little walk around showing some of the slightly older stuff and things to see at the Bike Creche Cycle Jumble here today in late January, I think it is, 2025, and it's been a really interesting day, to be honest. So many bikes, so many sort of high-end bikes, and then the slightly cheaper end like this one I bought here. If you would like to see more about this particular vintage bicycle, then do let me know in the comments and I might be able to make a little video about it. The mystery, do not know what it is. If there are any bike experts, take a look at these little lugs. They might be distinctive, I'm not sure, but I'm really happy with that. It looks like unfortunately we'll be coming home with all 3 bicycles, so it's going to be a bit of a squeeze to get the mystery bike in that I bought today, but I'm sure we can do it. I've also got that little saddle there for £8, which I'm quite happy with, just to smarten up the 52 CWS. It's still very busy here, but I think I've pretty much filmed everything that there is to see. Of course, as I said, focusing on the older era of vintage bicycle. So do let me know all that in the comments below. Thanks for watching.